Shalom, shalom. Kalalau Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakadash, the bonus to the elders and apostles, Greek most and well. Shalom to hope for elect. Give me a quick one. There's a title here, AP News. It says Justice Department to allow firing squads for executions in move to ramp up capital punishment, man. It says Washington AP, the Justice Department will adopt firing squads as a permitted method of execution as the Trump administration moves to ramp up and expedite capital punishment cases, officials said Friday. Just like in the times of the Romans, they had their form of capital punishment, like putting you on the cross, like our Lord, right? So the Justice Department is also reauthorizing the use of single drug lethal injections with pentobarbital that were used to carry out 13 executions during the first Trump administration. Yeah, more than under any president in modern history. Look at that. The Biden administration had removed pentobarbital from the federal protocol over concerns about the potential of unnecessary pain and suffering. This U.S. execution since 1977. Since capital punishment was reinstated in the 1970s, more than 1,600 prisoners have been executed in the United States, the vast majority by state authorities. And there was a lot of Jake that was getting unalived. You know that. And it's funny because it says since capital punishment was reinstated in 1970s, we know throughout those years after and definitely before those years, Jake, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Hispanics were receiving capital punishment, every second, man. Lynching on the trees, and amputations, set on fire, just straight up being unalived. We know that. Our people have been used to that, man. Okay. But anyways, let me get the scriptures. Ezekiel 21, verse 8 says, Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened and is also furbished. Yeah? So a sword or is any form of a weapon is being used, and sharpened and furbished means it's been, as it says in NLT, it's been polished or perfected. Yeah? They're using technology to perfect things, to execute their plans, man. Okay, they got the nuclear capabilities, ICBM missiles, and so forth. Different biochemical weapons, different type of drug uses. All right, and it's going to be utilized, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the star of the elites, these devils, are going to be using capital punishment. They're going to show their rawness, man. They're going to show their true horns. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It containeth the rod of my son as a retreat. Yeah. The question is, should we make mirth? And should we take this as a joke, as a game? No, serious times are ahead of us, man. Judgment is coming. Revelations 12:12, it says, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that you have but a short time. Yeah, because these elites are trying to fulfill their enterprise, the great reset, right, of total control. Yeah, so they're going to be utilizing their force and their powers to control the population or the masses of the people, man. And they show you this in all these type of movies, man. Okay. Using AI or robots or harsh laws to control the people, man. Yeah. But anyways, that's it. It was a short one. Just showing you the times that we're in. Judgment is getting closer and closer. Anyways, with that, shalom, shalom.